Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all will be fine. I'm your science teacher, and today we will start our next unit number 7, the study of matter. Now, what is matter? Matter means any substance, anything that has some mass and occupies space is called matter. So, matter is anything, any substance that have mass and occupies space is called matter. Now, what is mass? Mass means the amount of matter in anything is called is mass. So everything around us, everything in this world is made up of matter, and matter is actually made up of the smallest particles, and those particles are called atoms. Even our human body is also made up of different kinds of atoms and different kinds of chemicals. For example, hydrogen, oxygen, proteins, water, potassium, chlorine. These are the different chemicals which made our body, and that's why we say that our human body is made up of matter, because all these things have some mass and these things occupy some space. That's why they are called matter. Now, the states of matter. Matter has three states. Number 1, solid. Number 2, liquid. And number 3, gas. For example, solid has different property from that of the liquid, and liquid has different property from the gas. We have some example of solid. For example, bones and teeth. Number 2, liquid. Example of liquid are blood, urine and water. And number 3, gas. The air and the atmosphere is a mixture of different gases. For example, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen. So all these are the examples of solid, liquid and gas. Now these three states of matter have different properties from each other. For example, solid has definite shape and definite volume. Definite shape mean a proper shape. For example, if you take some ice cubes and put it in the glass or in the jug, it has the same shape and it occupies the same space, the same volume. It does not change its shape and it does not change its volume because it has a definite shape. That's why we say that the solid has definite shape and definite volume, because it does not change its states, while the liquid has no definite shape and no definite volume. It fit to the size of its container. Why? Because when you put water in any glass or any jug, so it assumes the shape of the container. It change its shape and it assume the shape of its and its container in which you put it. So that's why we say that liquid has no definite shape, but it has definite volume. For example, when you put it in the glass, so it will occupy the same volume. If you put it in the jug, so we say that it has definite volume but no definite shape. Number third, gas. Now gas has no definite shape and no definite volume. It does not assume the shape of the container, and it does not have the definite volume. It expands to the fill available space. For example, perfume. Now come toward our next topic, that is about chemistry. Introduction to chemistry. What is chemistry? Chemistry is actually the branch of science in which we study about the matter, its composition, its properties and the changes it undergoes. For in chemistry we study what things are made up of substances. For example, the in any what things are made up of. For example, when we take water, so what is water made up of? Water is a substance and that is made up of the two different gases, hydrogen and oxygen. So in chemistry we study about its property and its effect on now let's explain it through an example. Have you ever eaten a roti? Do you know what it is made up of? How is it made? The substances which make up a roti are water, salt and flour. The roti which normally we eat daily, do you know how does it made? The substances which make up a roti are actually the salt, water and flour. And salt is a liquid, while this water is actually a liquid. Salt and flour, these are the solids. So what will happen when we mix together the water, salt and flour? Water is actually a liquid and it has a definite volume, but it does not have a definite shape. It does not smell of anything in particular and you can see through it. These are some of the properties of water. Now what are the properties of flour and salt? Actually flour and salt are the solid. When these three substances are mixed together, they form dough. The water makes the dough wet and the salt makes the dough salty. The substances have changed. Now in these three substances, water, salt and flour, these combine together, so they form a dough. And now the property of the dough is different from that of the water, salt and flour. So these are the examples of the chemistry. So in chemistry we study how the substance react, what would happen if these three substances mix together. So in chemistry we study about the substances, how they are made up of, what is the so in chemistry we study about the matter, its composition, its property and the changes it undergoes. Now our next topic is about mixture. What is mixture? A mixture is something you get when you mix two or more than two substances together. They can be solid, liquid or gases. What is mixture? Mixture is actually when you take two substances, two or more than two substances and mix them together, so they form a mixture. For example, when you take some sugar is actually a solid, and you also take some water in a glass. What, as you know that water is a liquid, and you mix that water and sugar together, so a mixture is formed. So a mixture can be a solid, they can be a liquid or gases. Example of liquid is, for example, when you take some water and put some oil in it, so they form a mixture. So that is an example of liquid and liquid. Now when a substance such as sugar or salt is dissolved in water, it produces a clear mixture which is called a solution. Now what is solution? Solution is when a substance such as sugar or salt, anything that is dissolved in water, so that produce a clear mixture, and that is called solution. Now solution is made up of solute and solvent. What is solute? The substance that dissolves is called the solute. For example, when you take sugar and mix it in the water, so the sugar is the solute. Why? Because the sugar get dissolved in the water. That's why we say that this sugar is solute. The sugar is solute, and the liquid it dissolved in is called the solvent. Now the liquid in which we have dissolved some sugar, that is called the solvent. Why? Because it dissolves the solute. That's why that is called, the liquid is called the solvent. So what is the solution? Solution is actually is made up of solute and solvent. Solute, as the substance that dissolve, is called the solute, and the liquid it dissolve and it is called the solvent. Now you can see it clearly in the picture. We have some sugar and we add it in the water and they form a solution. Now coming to our next topic, that is about, do all solids dissolve in liquids? So the answer is that some solids dissolve in liquid and some do not. Why? Because if a substance does not dissolve in another substance, it is called insoluble. For example, when you take some sand and put it in the water and mix it, so the sand will not dissolve in the water because the sand is insoluble in water. Here we use the term insoluble. Now what is mean by insoluble? Insoluble mean any substance that does not dissolve in water is called insoluble. And what is soluble? Soluble mean any substance, anything that is dissolved in water is called soluble. For example, sugar, when we take sugar and mix it in the water, so it get dissolved. That's why we say that sugar is soluble. But when you take some sand or anything or clay and mix it in the water, so it will not dissolve in the water. So we say that that sand is insoluble in water. And some example of insolubles are oil. You cannot mix water and oil together because the oil do not dissolve in the water. That's why we say that oil is insoluble in water. So now the next topic is, does gas dissolve in liquid? Some gases dissolve in water. Living things which live in water like fish are able to breathe in water because oxygen dissolves in water. Now there are some gases which dissolve in the water. For example, the oxygen get dissolved in the water. That's why the fishes and other living things that live under the water, they are able to breathe in water. Why? Because the oxygen dissolved in the water. And the fishes have some gills. The fishes have gills, so the water enter through the gills and also come out through those gills. So that's how they breathe under the water. Now the gas in fizzy drinks is called carbon dioxide. Fizzy drink, for example, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Sprite, these are the fizzy drinks, and that is called the gas that is used in fizzy drink is called carbon dioxide. It stays in the bottle only under pressure. When the top is taken off, the pressure is released and the gas escapes. So it means that some gases do not dissolve in water. For example, carbon dioxide does not dissolve in water. That's why we say that carbon dioxide is insoluble in water while the oxygen is soluble in water. This is all about the matter, the states of matter and chemistry. Today we studied about the matter. What is matter? Matter is any substance that has mass and occupies space is called matter. And then we study about the states of matter. Matter has three states: solid, liquid and gases, and these three states have different properties. For example, solid has different property from liquid and liquid has different property from gases. Then we study about their examples. To solid has, for example, some example of solids are rubber, wood, plastic, and teeth, while the liquid has some example like urine, blood and water and gas. For example, the air is a mixture of different kind of gases. And then we studied about the chemistry. What is chemistry? Chemistry is actually the branch of science in which we study about matter, its composition mean how the substance is made and its properties. So this is all about chemistry. And then we study about the example of chemistry. And the next topic is about that do all solids dissolve in liquid or not. So some solid can dissolve in liquid, for example sugar, while some do not dissolve in liquid, for example sand. And then we study about the gas, that does gas dissolve in the liquid. So some gases get dissolved in the liquid like water, for example the oxygen, while some gases like carbon dioxide, they do not dissolve in water. This is all about matter. And so this is all about matter.